Good evening, folks. It's your bro, Richie Rich here. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you about. Today in this video, I'm gonna be doing something that is gonna be quite cool, and it's interesting. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about some car-related movies. Sorry, movies. It's like car-related films and all that kind of stuff. Today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about the Fast and Furious franchise. So, if you've seen my Need for Speed franchise, I recently talked about the movie Need for Speed 2014. And after I did that, I realized I wanted to do something else. And this is something I've been preparing for weeks right now. So, a few weeks, so it's pretty good. So today in this video, I'll be talking to you all about the Fast and Furious franchise. So today I'll be starting off with the first film, The Fast and the Furious. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell. So hit the notification bell and hit all, so you're literally going to make brand new uploads. All right. So without any further ado, let's begin. So, the Fast and the Furious 2001. Here we go. So, the Fast and the Furious. So the Fast and the Furious. The Fast and the Furious is a 2001. So 2001 action film directed by Rob Cohen. So directed by Rob Cohen. Say Rob Cohen. Rob Cohen, who is the director of the first movie. So the first film. Say Rob Cohen. So it's a 2001 action film directed by Rob Cohen from a screenplay by Gary Scott Thompson. So Gary Scott Thompson. So Gary Scott Thompson, Eric Bergquist, and David Ayer. I can't pronounce that, but it's spelled Ayer. So David, his last name Ayer is spelled Ayer. Based on the Vibe. So the Vibe magazine. It's better for. So based on a Vibe magazine article, Racer X by Ken Lee. Say Ken Lee. The first installment. So the first installment in the series. Well, the first installment in the franchise. It stars Vin Diesel, Paul Walker, rest in peace, Michelle Rodriguez. So Michelle Rodriguez, Jordana Brewster. So Jordana Brewster. Rick Yoon. So Rick Yoon, Chad Lindbergh, Johnny Strong, Ted Levine, Max Jules, R.J. De Vera, as well. In the film, undercover cop, so undercover cop, Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. So undercover cop, Brian O'Connor, played by Paul Walker. So Paul Walker infiltrates, can't even talk. Infiltrates a street racing crew to investigate a series of hijackings and finds himself developing a complex friendship with the group's leader, Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel. So Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel. So the direct, so it was directed by Rob Cohen. So Rob Cohen. Screenplay by Gary Scott Thompson. So Gary Scott Thompson, Eric Bergquist, and David Ayer. Can't really pronounce it well. Story was by Gary Scott Thompson. It was based on Racer X. So Racer X by Ken Lee. Produced by Neil H. Moritz, or just Neil Moritz. Say Neil Moritz. Starring Paul Walker. Say Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, Michelle Rodriguez, and Jordana Brewster, Rick Yoon, Chad Lindbergh, Johnny Strong, Matt Jules, Danny Yamato, Ja Rule, Ted Levine, and so many others. So Ted Levine. Cinematography was by Erickson, so by a person called Erickson Core. Edited by Peter Hannes. So edited by Peter Hannes, who's an English film editor with more than 30 film credits dating from 1973, the year Paul Walker was born. I hate it when they just edit it. Just crap. So edited by Peter Hannes. Music by BT, y'all know who it is, Brian Transeau, born October 1st, 1971, which he did the soundtracks for the first movie. So age 52, born October 4th, 1971, from Rockville. So from Rockville. So Rockville in Montgomery County, Maryland. Say Maryland. Say music by Brian Transeau, or BT. Production company, and also distributed also by Universal Pictures. So Universal Pictures. Release dates are from 2001. At the first one is at the Man Village theater, which that was on June 18th. So June 18th, and in the US on the 22nd. 4 days, so it was 96 hours after it was released at the Man Village or Mon Village Theater. So in the US it was released on June 22nd. So 22nd of June 2001. So 2001. Running time was 106 minutes. So 106 minutes. So 106 minutes, which that was an hour and 46 minutes. Not bad. In countries, in the U.S. and Germany. So U.S. and Germany, language, English, budget, $38 million. So the budget was $38 million. And they had only $1 million. So $1 million of their budget to spend. And that's for buying the cars, modifying them, body kits, racing seats, so body kits, racing seats, steering wheels, harnesses, all that kind of stuff. So language, English, budget, $38 million. For that kind of money, you can get a 250 GTO Ferrari for that kind of budget. Not bad. So budget, $38 million. For box office was $207.3 million, which is $207,300,000 for the box office price. So the Fast and the Furious. So the Fast and the Furious entered development in late 1998. Its concept inspired by Lee's Vibe article about illegal street racing. So like a newspaper article, basically. Both Thompson and Bergquist wrote the original screenplay that year, with Ayer hired soon after. Various actors were considered for the roles of O'Connor and Toretto, so of Brian and Don, with Walker cast, so with Paul Walker cast in 1998, so in 1998, and then Vin Diesel in early 99, so early 1999, with a pair attending actual street races in preparation for the film. Principal photography began in July 2000. So July 2000, and finished that October. So finished October 2000. 3 months after principal photography began, kind of finished. So finished that on October 2000, while filming locations primarily including LA, so Los Angeles, and the surrounding area in Southern California. So Southern California. So Southern California, record producer BT or Brian Transil was hired to compose the score. So compose the scoring. The Fast and the Furious. So The Fast and the Furious premiered at the Man Village Theater. So theater in LA, so in Los Angeles, on June 18th, 2001, and was released in the US on June 22nd by Universal Pictures. So June 22nd by Universal Pictures. The film received mixed reviews from critics, with praise from the action sequences and the performances, but criticism for its story. The film's considered uh, Diesel's and Walker's breakthrough roles, also known as a breakout role. The Fast and the Furious grossed over 207 million dollars worldwide. The movie's success spawned a franchise, and it was and it, and it was followed by the sequel Too Fast and Furious. So Too Fast and Furious in 2003. Next up is plot. Plot. So let's do it. So next up, plot. A heist crew. So a heist crew during a heist crew. So a heist crew driving three heavily modified Honda Civics with T66 turbos to it, and NOS and blah blah blah. So a heist. That's what I'm plot. A heist crew driving three heavily modified Honda Civics, hijack a semi-truck trailer carrying electronic goods like DVD players, Panasonic TVs, and so on and so forth. So carrying electronic goods and escape into the night along Terminal Island Freeway, which is known as California State Route 103, which is a state highway in the U.S. state of California. So California, that forms part of the Terminal Island Freeway in both LA and Long Beach. It runs from State Route 47 near Terminal Island. So Terminal Island in LA County. So LA County, California. North to State Route 1, which is a Pacific. So north to State Route 1, which is a Pacific Coast Highway in Long Beach, California. At the south end of State Route 103. The Terminal Island Freeway, or the TIF for short, runs south with State Route 47 over the Commodore Schuyler. I can't pronounce that, but it's spelled SCHUYLERF Heim Bridge. So it's End of Ocean Boulevard on Terminal Island at the former Long Beach Naval Shipyard. St. Ocean Boulevard on Terminal Island at the former Long Beach Naval Shipyard. State Route 40. So State Route 1. So it runs from State Route 47 near Terminal Island north to State Route 1. North to State Route 1, Pacific Coast Highway in Long Beach at the south end of State Route 103. The Terminal Island Freeway runs south with State Route 47 over the Commodore Collier F. Heim Bridge to its end at Ocean Boulevard. On Terminal Island, at the former Long Beach Naval Shipyard, State Route 47 then turns west there to its end at Interstate 110, which is consisting of State Route 110 in California. So a heist crew driving three heavily modified Honda Civics hijack a semi-truck trailer carrying electronic goods like DVD players, TVs, all that kind of stuff, to Panasonic and all that kind of stuff. So carrying electronic goods and escape into the night along Terminal Island Freeway. So Terminal Island Freeway. Meanwhile, LAPD officer Brian O'Connor LAPD officer Brian O'Connor is sent undercover Meanwhile, LAPD officer Brian O'Connor is sent undercover as part of a joint LAPD FBI task force to locate the crew responsible. To locate the crew responsible, Brian investigates Toretto's Market and Cafe. So Market and Cafe, managed by Mia, played by Mia Toretto. Mia Toretto. Mia Toretto, played by Jordana Brewster. So Brian investigates Toretto's Marking Cafe, managed by Mia, played by Jordana Brewster, sister of notorious street racer Dominic Toretto, sometimes referred to as Dom, played by Vin Diesel. When Dom's crew arrives, Vince, played by Matt Stuhls, Leon, played by Johnny Strong. So Leon, played by Johnny Strong. So Johnny Strong. Jesse, played by Chad Lindbergh, and Dom's girlfriend Letty, played by Michelle Rodriguez. Vince becomes suspicious of Brian and picks a fight with him. Brian's promptly fired from his undercover job at Harry's garage and banned from the market. Brian brings a modified 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse RS. At first I thought it was a GS, but it was actually an RS, which was owned by John Lappet, who rumors say he passed away. I don't know. I'm not really sure, not 100% sure what year or like what day or month, but I believe it was, I think it was before 2020 or after. I'm not really 100% sure, or middle of 2020. I'm not too sure, but there's rumors saying that he passed away, which I heard before, but I never really know like how or like what happened. But there is obviously an answer somewhere out there, but we'll never know. Like, we'll just have to like wait and find out, probably, like what happened. If there's an answer, but we'll never know. We'll just have to wait and find out. So Brian brings a modified 1995, say 1995, Mitsubishi Eclipse RS, so it's an RS to a car meet, which I talked about. When did I talk about that car? I'd say a year ago, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but it was long ago. So yeah, Brian brings a modified 1995, say 1995, say 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse RS, so an Eclipse RS to a car meet, hoping to find a lead, hoping to find a lead on the heist crew. Dom arrives in his RX-7, which is owned by Keith Imoto. So Dom arrives in his RX-7 and initiates a race. Now, for those who are wondering why it sounds like a 2JZ, that's because they recorded the sounds of the Supra from the first movie, but in reality, the car had a 13B REW rotary engine into a 1.3-liter twin turbo, which made like over 255 horsepower, which was pretty good. And that was the fastest car of the four-car race, like of the four-way drag race, like of the four-car lineup up against like the Eclipse, Acura, and the Civic. So Dom arrives in his RX-7. So arrives in his RX-7 and initiates a race. Without credibility, Brian wagers his car. Him, Dom, and two other drivers. So Danny Yamato, played by RJ Devereaux, and Edwin, played by Jarrell. So him, Dom, and two other drivers, Danny Yamato and Edwin, race. Brian's car malfunctions. So Brian's car malfunctions, and Dom wins the race. Dom wins the race. The LAPD cops, so LAPD officers arrive, forcing Dom to flee. Brian rescues Dom. So he rescues Dom and helps him escape. And you're probably wondering, how did Brian's Eclipse work? How did this car work if it had like some minor problems? Well, basically they used stunt cars for this, and some other replica cars, mainly stunt cars. So Brian rescues Dom and helps him escape, inadvertently venturing into territory held by a rival racing gang led by Johnny Tran, played by Rick Yoon. So Johnny Tran, played by Rick Yoon, and his cousin Lance, Forgot who Lance was played by. I have to look it up a little bit later. I think I don't know. Saying his cousin Lance, Tran, and Lance destroy destroy the eclipse, and the two are forced to return to Dom's home on foot, but they arrive with a cab. Dom reiterates that Brian still owes him a 10-second car. Yep. Brian delivers. Oh, so Tran and Lance destroy the eclipse, and the two are forced to return to Dom's home on foot. Dom reiterates that Brian still owes him a 10-second car. Brian delivers a decrepit. So it's basically a vehicle that's often old and damaged and is in a barely functional state. So Brian delivers a decrepit Mark IV Toyota Supra, which is like my dream GDM car. I know my dream GDM car is a Skyline, but it's also a Supra as well. And if I had to go with one of them, I would pretty much go with the Supra, because it's like more iconic, and I love the Skyline with all-wheel drive. Don't get me wrong, it's pretty cool, but I'd want to do I'd, but I want to do like drifting with rear-wheel drive, so I picked the Supra. So yeah, Brian delivers a decrepit Mark IV Toyota Supra, which is a 1994 car, I believe. 1994. So 94 Toyota Supra Mark IV to Dom's garage, and the crew begins the process of restoring it. Which, when Brian says pop the hood and Dom says pop the hood, then Brian again says pop the hood. They popped open the hood and revealed they had a naturally aspirated 2JZ. Not a turbocharged, but it was naturally aspirated. If I had to go with one, I'd just go with a turbocharged 2JZ. Not naturally aspirated, because it kind of sounds weird when it's naturally aspirated. But it would be a bit lighter, but with turbos, it's just a way to go. So yeah, Brian delivers a decrepit Mark IV Supra. So Mark IV Supra to Dom's garage. So Dom's garage, and the crew begins the process of restoring it. At the same time, Brian begins dating Mia and looks into Tran's finances, like breaks into Tran's place. While investigating, and stopping Lance at a Chinese restaurant or something. I don't know. The funny part was like when Tran was running away and just jumped over, and like the cops just grabbed him. Like, that was funny. That was cringe. Just like for like 2 seconds when he looked, he just like a bat out of hell. Really fast one. So, while investigating one of Hector's garages, Brian's discovered by Dom and Vince. We all know how that goes. After Brian discovers Hector's garage, Vince comes up and just knocks out Brian with a shotgun and just drags him, like really captured. Like straight capture. It reminds me of Call of Duty Ghosts 2013, like from Sin City, where Logan, Hesh, and Elias were captured by Rook's men, and same with Merrick. Not sure about Keegan though, but oh well, we never know. So Brian's discovered by Dom and Vince. He convinces the latter he's researching Tran's gangs, vehicles, so cars in preparation for race wars. In the process, the three discovered a large number of electronic goods and some Hondas without any engines, so with no engines at all. Funny part was when Dom says, "We're not planning on racing with hopes and dreams." Unbelievable. Yeah, man. Imagine if that would be like crazy. Same with Brian. So which, well, hold on. So in the process, the three discover a large number of electronic goods, which Brian reports. So Brian reports to his superiors, superiors, LAPD Sergeant Tanner. So LAPD Sergeant Tanner, and FBI Special Agent Bilkins. Trans arrested, but is found to have acquired the goods legally. So the DVD players were purchased legally. So they had like low weapons charges, I think, and somehow saying speeding tickets were Bilkins announced. so trans arrested, but is found to have acquired the goods legally. So that's a relief. Well, at least it's legally for now. And enraged, Bilkins berates both Tanner and Brian. Tanner then informs Brian that the truck drivers have begun arming themselves to kill the hijackers, and notifies him that he has 36 hours, so 1.5 days, to find them, whom the former believes that Dom, so whom the former believes was Dom, as it was Dom all along. Brian and Dom attend Race Wars, where Jesse, played by Chad Lindbergh, wagers and loses his father's Mark III VW Jetta A3, I think it was. I'm not really too sure. In a drag in a drag race, drag race against Tran, driving his S2000. The funny thing about that Jetta was like the calipers were, like the brakes were fake. Literally fake brake discs. Like some cars these days would have like fake discs all around. That's just crazy. So yeah, Brian and Dom attend the Race Wars, where Jesse wagers and loses. So loses his dad's Mark III. So Mark III VW Jetta, which is a pretty cool car. Jesse's Jetta was like pretty cool. In a drag race against Johnny Tran, driving his S2000. So driving his S2000. Jesse flees upon losing, resulting in a confrontation between both Dom and Tran. Tran accuses Dom of being an informant, or narc. So narc, NARC. So NARC, which is another word for informant, A.K.A. informer. And the two fight before being broken up, like pulled from each other. So they quit fighting. And Tran had like cuts and bleeding and whatnot. That evening, Brian witnesses Dom leaving with his crew to carry out to carry out the heist. This next one is shocking. Brian reveals his identity, his identity to a distraught Mia, convincing her to help him, knowing their danger. Now, that's not really cool blowing your cover. Never is. So, Dom, Letty, Dom, Letty, so Dom, Letty, Vince, and Leon attempt to hijack the truck. The driver fires on Vince, critically injuring him. So injuring him and running Letty off the road in the process. Brian and Mia catch up to help, but Brian's forced to reveal his identity when he calls for med-evac, which is shortened for medical evacuation, which is a both timely and efficient movement and route care provided by medical personnel to wounded being evacuated from a battlefield, to injured patients being evacuated from the scene of an accident to receiving medical facilities, or to patients at a rural hospital requiring urgent care at a better equipped facility using medically equipped air ambulances, helicopters, and other means of emergency transport, including both ground ambulances and maritime transfers. So examples include civilian EMS, emergency medical services vehicles, civilian aeromedical helicopter services, and military air ambulances. This term also covers the transfer of patients from the battlefield to a treatment facility, or from one treatment facility to another by medical personnel, such as from a local hospital to another medical facility which has adequate medical equipment. In Asia, for example, according to Aeromedical Global M, so M is in brackets, SDNBHD, medical evacuations via air ambulance can be performed via either a single or a dual stretched setup, according to patient's medical condition. EAM, so EAM, or emergency air ambulances, will be equipped with relevant equipment such as ventilators, portable O2 concentrator, etc., etc. So Brian and Mia catch up to help, but Brian's forced to reveal his identity. So forced to reveal his identity when he calls for med-evac, so medical evacuation, to save Vince. Dom, Mia, Letty, and Leon. So Dom, Mia, Letty, and Leon flee the scene before the cops arrive. Later, Brian arrives to arrest Dom, but the latter demands he leave in order to save Jesse from the danger he's in from trans gang. Jesse arrives pleading for help, but he's gunned down, shot by both Tran and Lance on motorcycles. Brian forgoes his arrest of Dom, Dom, and gives chase to both Tran and Lance, with Dom getting into his father's 1970 Charger RT to pursue Tran and avenge Jesse. During the chase, Dom runs Lance off the road, and Brian kills Tran, just shoots him, and like literally in the back. So during the chase, Dom runs Lance off the road, and Brian kills Tran. Brian then pursues Dom, and the two agree to a quarter-mile drag race over a railroad crossing. The race narrowly ends in a draw. But Dom is T-boned by a passing truck. Instead of arresting him, Brian hands over the keys to a Supra, reminding Dom he was on the 10-second car. It's a 10-second car. Brian walks away as Dom drives off. In the post-credits scene, Dom's seen driving through Baja California, Mexico, in a 1970 Chevrolet SS with a mighty 454 V8. So V8, which was also used in Fast 4, but he resprayed it for the race against Brian in his Skyline. Next up, we got his cast. It's a cast, so not much on there, but let's do it. So, first one we got is Vin Diesel. So Vin Diesel as Dominic Toretto. So Toretto, leader of the heist crew and a professional street racer. He's banned from pro racing after a violent retaliatory attack on a man he believed had accidentally killed his father. So it's Kenny Linder. Then we got Paul Walker, rest in peace, as Brian O'Connor. So Brian O'Connor, and the LAPD police officer, or LAPD cop. So an LAPD undercover cop sent to infiltrate a crew of hijackers and also Mia's love interest. Now we got Michelle Rodriguez as Letty Ortiz. So Letty Ortiz. So Michelle Rodriguez is Letty Ortiz. Later changed her name to Letty Toretto, I believe. A member of Dom's crew and his girlfriend. Then we got Jordana Brewster. Jordana Brewster as Mia Toretto, who is Dom's sister and owner of the Toretto General Store, and also Brian's love interest. Then we got Rick Yuen as Johnny Tran, who is a Vietnamese gang leader and rival of Dom. So rival of Dom. Next we got is Chad Lindbergh. So Chad Lindbergh as Jesse, a member of Dom's crew, highly intelligent with math, algebra, and in computing, but he dropped out of school due to his ADD, which is an attention deficit disorder. Also referred to as ADHD, which stands for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. So Jared Lindbergh is Jesse, a member of Dom's crew, highly intelligent with math, algebra, and in computing, but he dropped out of school due to his attention ADD. So ADD, attention deficit disorder, sometimes referred to as ADHD, which stands for attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Then we got Johnny Strong as Leon, a member of Dom's crew. The central cast is rounded out by both Ted Levine, so Ted Levine and Thom. It's like saying Tom. So saying the word Tom, but just putting the H between the T and the O. So Thom Berry as both Tanner and Bilkins. So Ted played Tanner. And Thom played Bilkins, respectively members of the team that organized the investigation to place Brian undercover. And Matt Stuhls, whose full name is Matthew Stephen Stuhls, who's an American actor and musician, apparently. Interesting. So the central cast is rounded out by Ted Levine and Tom Berry, as Ted played Tanner and Thom played Bilkins. So Bilkins, respectively, members of the team that organized the investigation to place Brian undercover. So undercover, and Matt Stuhls as Vince, a member of Dom's crew and his childhood friend. Noel Guglielmi, whose full name is spelled Noel Albert Guglielmi, who's an American actor best known for his portrayals of Southern California gangsters. So yeah, Noel Guglielmi appears as Hector. So Hector, the organizer of the drag race. So drag race. Drag race. So Noel Guglielmi appears as Hector, the organizer of the drag race. Both musician and rapper Ja Rule, his actual name is Jeffrey. So Jeffrey Bruce Atkins Sr., born February 29th, 1976, from Queens in New York. age 48, and he was the rapper of the ending song, or like the credits song of the first Fast and Furious movie in 2001. So musician and rapper Ja Rule and cartooner R.J. Devera, who owns Versus Motorsports. I think he has, I don't know. Also act as both Edwin and Danny, who Ja Rule plays Edwin, and R.J. Devera plays Danny Yamato. So Danny Yamato, fellow drivers at the drag race who races against both Dom and Brian. Next one, Vito Ruginis. I can't pronounce that, but Vito is spelled V-Y-T-O. His last name is spelled R-U-G-I-N-I-S. He was an American actor, but born in the UK, in Wolverhampton in Staffordshire, in the West Midlands, located 19 kilometers, 12 miles northwest of Birmingham. And the population in 2021 was 263,700 people. Not bad. It's a pretty good amount. Over a quarter of a million people. So past 250,000, so a quarter of a million by like 13,700 from that like kind of target. Anyways, so Vito Ruginis. So Vito Ruginis plays Harry, an informant and owner of the Racer's Edge. So Racer's Edge, which basically like the whole place inside was completely fake, even the Mazda on the stand, according to Craig Lieberman, who was the technical advisor of the first two movies. So the first one from 2001 and the second one from 2003. It's an informant and owner of the Racer's Edge. Reggie, I can't pronounce it, Lee. First name is spelled R-E-G-G-I-E. So his first name, so Reggie, or Reggie, I can't pronounce it, but can't really say that well, but it's spelled R-E-G-G-I-E. His last name is just Lee, spelled L-E-E. He's a Filipino-American film and TV actor. Say Reggie Lee portrays Lance, trans cousin, and right-hand man, both Neil H. Moritz and Rob Cohen both appear in cameos. Moritz plays an unnamed driver of a black Ferrari F355 convertible who's given a challenge by Brian, while Rob Cohen plays a Pizza Hut delivery man, which is pretty cool. Literally, where he says, "What the hell?" Says, "What the hell is going on around here?" And the funny part was where Leon says, "Streets closed, pizza boy. Streets closed, pizza boy. Find another way home." And then Rob says, "Goddamn street racer." That was funny part. I laughed at that. Oh man. So yeah, Neil Moritz and Rob Cohen both appear in cameos. Moritz plays an unnamed driver of a black Ferrari F355 convertible, who's given a challenge by Brian, while Rob plays a Pizza Hut delivery guy, so Pizza Hut delivery man. So for the name of Lance, his last name I can't really pronounce it that well. So it's Lance Nguyen, there we go. Next up is production. So there's not much on it, but it's just a couple pieces. So production. First off is development. So next up is production. Starting off with is development. So let's do it. In 2000, so the year 2000, actor Paul Walker had worked with director Rob Cohen on a movie called The Skulls, which came out in 2000. Rob secured a deal with producer Neil Moritz for an untitled action film for Universal Pictures, and approached Paul and asked him to suggest his dream action film. Walker suggested a mashup of the films Days of Thunder 1990 and which that had like Tom Cruise in it, and Donnie Brasco. Heard of Donnie Darko, but Donnie Brasco. 1997. Soon thereafter, Rob and Neil brought him the Vibe magazine article Racer X by Ken Lee. So Ken Lee, published in May 1998. So May 1998, which detailed underground street racing operating in New York City, or NYC, and suggested a story set to follow Walker as an undercover cop tasked with infiltrating the world of underground street racing, which is, by the way, the next Fast and Furious movie, number 11, which will be having that kind of stuff again. So they're bringing back street racing. Yes, that's the way to go. The screenplay was originally developed by Gary Scott Thompson and Eric Bergquist. David Ayer was brought into the project to help rework the script. David changed it from the mostly white and suburban story set in New York to a diverse one set in Los Angeles. Upon being offered the role, Paul signed on immediately. Eminem, the rapper, was offered the role, but Eminem was offered the role, but turned it down to work on the film 8 Mile, 2002. Both Mark Wahlberg Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale. Full name is Christian Charles Philip Bale, who's an English actor from Haverford West, or Haverford West, I think, Wales. So both Mark Wahlberg and Christian Bale were also considered. Originally, the studio told the producers they would greenlight the film if they could get Timothy Oliphant. So Timothy is spelled Tim I. So Tim is spelled Timothy, or Tim. Then Oliphant is spelled Oly. So Olyphant. So they took Oly, so Ollie. So Ali. So Timothy Oliphant. So they took the word Oli from Olympics and Fant from elephant and combined it and just create the word Oliphant. So the mixture of both Olympics and elephant together combined. So Timothy Oliphant to play the role of Dominic Toretto. Timothy, however, who had starred in previous years' car-themed film Gone in 60 Seconds from the year 2000. Who had Nicolas Cage, which drove like the old Mustang, I think. I'm not really too sure, but still bad. One pretty badass car. Pretty cool. St. Oliphant, however, who had starred in a previous year's car-themed film Gone in 60 Seconds, which came out in the year 2000. So the year 2000 declined the role. Oliphant said, so Tim said that he turned down the role as he thought the film would be stupid. Well, not really, no. Some people would say it is, some people would not. Neil instead suggested Vin Diesel, who had to be convinced to take the role, even though he'd only played supporting roles up to that point. The role of Mia Toretto was originally written for Eliza Dushku, who full name is spelled Eliza Patricia Dushku, from Boston, Massachusetts. She is an American and Albanian actress. So the role of Mia Toretto was originally written for Eliza Dushku, who declined it, and Sarah Michelle Gellar, can't really pronounce it that well. So Sarah Michelle Gellar, Jessica Biel, can't really pronounce it well. Her last name is spelled Biel. Kirsten Dunst. And Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman auditioned before Jordana Brewster was cast. Neil Moritz had difficulty choosing between the titles Racer X after the article Red Line, Race Wars, and Street Wars, but was ultimately inspired by a documentary of American International Pictures, which American International Pictures, which included the 1954 film The Fast and the Furious, which is quite weird actually when there's two versions of that movie, one from 1954 and one from 2001. So the difference for 47-year difference for those two different types of films. So Moritz had difficulty choosing between the titles Racer X after the article Red Line, Race Wars, and Street Wars, but was ultimately inspired by a documentary of American International Pictures for AIP, which included the 1954 film The Fast and the Furious. Moritz was traded to use, Neil was traded use of some stock footage to his director, Roger Corman. Born April 5th, 1926, passed away May 9th, 2024. So that was around almost 4 months ago. 4 months, that's just crazy to me. So Neil was traded use of some stock footage to its director, Roger Corman, in exchange for a license to use the title. Next up, filming. The film was shot in various locations within Los Angeles, so LA, and parts of Southern California. Southern California from July to October 2000. So the difference in those 3 months during the year 2000. Key locations included Dodger Stadium, which is a baseball stadium, in the Elysian Park neighborhood of LA, California. Key locations included Dodger Stadium, the opening scene where Brian tests his Eclipse in the parking lot, Angelino Heights, Silver Lake, and Echo Park. Echo Park, the neighborhoods around the Toretto House, as well as Little Saigon. So Little Saigon in Orange County, near the cities of Garden Grove and Westminster, in Orange County, California. As well as Little Saigon, where a train destroys the Eclipse, and the San Bernardino International Airport. The venue for Race Wars, which attracted over 1,500, 1,500 import car owners and enthusiasts. So it's a public airport 2 miles, 3.2 kilometers southeast of downtown San Bernardino, California. In San Bernardino County, California. Say California. Say Little Saigon and San Bernardino International Airport, the venue for race wars, which attracted over 1,500 import car owners and enthusiasts. The entire last rig heist scene was filmed along Dominigoni Parkway on the southern side of of San Jacinto. It's like saying like San Jacinto, so Jacinto. So it's San Jacinto. Just basically saying like Jacinto without having the J into it. Slash Hemet. In the San Jacinto Valley near Diamond Valley Lake, near Hemet, California. In the San Jacinto Valley in Riverside County, California. So the entire last rig heist scene was filmed along Dominigoni Parkway on the southern side of San Jacinto slash Hemet in the San Jacinto Valley near Diamond Valley Lake. Before filming both Jordana Brewster and Michelle Rodriguez, this is actually a true story, did not have driving licenses, so they took driving lessons during production. When I heard that, I was like, what? I didn't believe it. Like, it was just crazy. No driving lessons? What? For the climactic race scene between both Brian and Dom, separate shots of both cars crossing the railroad and a train crossing the street were filmed, then composited, like combined together to give the illusion of the train narrowly missing the cars. A long steel rod was used as a ramp for Dom's car to crash. So a long steel rod was used as a ramp for Dom's car to crash through the semi-truck and fly at mid-air. During filming, 78 cars were wrecked both on and off screen, of which 3 cars were shown being destroyed in the film's trailer alone. Last part is music, and then we got the next parts we're doing. The next one is release. Not much on there, but we'll do it. It's the next one, music. The film's score was composed by music producer BT. We all know who it is. Brian Trancel, middle name is Wayne, born October 4th, 1971, from Rockville, Maryland. To our music, the film's score was composed by music producer BT, Brian Trancel. So Brian Trancel, mixing electronica with both hip-hop and industrial influences. Two soundtracks were released for the film. The first one features mostly hip-hop and rap music. The second one, titled More Fast and Furious, More Fast and Furious features alternative metal, post-grunge, and new metal songs, as well as select tracks from BT's score, from Brian Transel's score. Okay, next up is release. Hold on. So next up, release. The Fast and Furious premiered at the Man Village Theater, which is a historic landmark cinema in Westwood, in LA, Los Angeles, California. Sorry, I screwed up, but that's alright. It's a release. The Fast and Furious. So the Fast and Furious. So the Fast and Furious premiered at the Man Village Theater in LA. So LA on June 18th. June 18th, 2001. It's then released to theaters in the US on June 22nd, 2001. Next up, home media. So home media. The Fast and the Furious was released on both DVD and VHS. So DVD stands for digital video disc, or digital versatile disc, and VHS stands for video home home system. So video home system. So the Fast and Furious was released on both DVD and VHS on January 2nd, 2002. So early January 2002. So it was a year before, so a year after the first movie was released, and a year before the second movie was released. So January 2nd, 2002. The DVD release sold 2.1 million. So 2.1 million. So 2,100,000 copies during its first day of release, making it the second highest single day DVD sales of any film behind Pearl Harbor 2001. The film also made $18.65 million, which is like 18 million. So 18 million. So 18 million. So 18. So 18 million. So 1/8. So $18,650,000. So 18,650,000, I think. So $18.65 million in video store rental revenue in its first week, a record at the time. It's later surpassed by Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone, 2001. So Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So Sorcerer's Stone, 2001. More than 5.5 million, so 5.5 million, or 5,500,000 home video. So home video units. So home video units were sold by April 2002. So early 2002. A second DVD release, dubbed the Tricked Out Edition. So Tricked Out Edition was released on June 3rd. So early June 2003. So June 2003. So June 3rd, 2003, and features the turbocharged prelude for Too Fast and Furious 2003, a short film that sets the tone of the film's sequel. An abridged version of the short film is also on the sequel's DVD release. An alternate ending titled More Than Furious was filmed, in which Tanner drops Brian off at the Toretto house, where he encounters Mia packing and intending to move away. Brian reveals that he resigned from the LAPD, who let him go quietly, and that he wants another chance with her. When Mia tells him that it's not going to be that simple, Brian tells her that he has time. This ending was released in the collection bundle DVD version. Last part, merchandising, and then we got 2 pieces left to do, and then that will be it, because I want to get this done and over with for now. So the ending was released in the collection bundle DVD version. Next up, merchandising. So merchandising. Racing Champions released die-cast metal replicas of the film's cars in different scales Racing Champions released die-cast metal replicas of the film's cars in different scales from 118 to 164. So 118 to 164. So 164 scale cars. Radio Shack sold Zip Zaps micro RC. So radio controlled, sometimes referred to as remote controlled. So micro RC versions of the cars. So micro RC versions of the cars in 2002. 124 plastic model kits of the hero cars were manufactured by AMT ERTL, which is a former American manufacturing company, and they're currently a brand of toys, best known for its die-cast metal alloy collectible replicas or scale models of agricultural machinery. Other products manufactured by ERTL included cars, airplanes, and commercial vehicles. 124 scale plastic model kits of the hero cars were manufactured by AMT ERTL. The video game was planned for release in 2003 for both the PS2 and the original Xbox by Vivendi Universal, which is a French mass media holding company headquartered in the capital of Paris or Paris in France. Two other video games were released in 2004, a mobile game and an arcade game, both titled The Fast and the Furious. The arcade game was ported to Nintendo Wii as Cruisin'. So it's like saying the word cruisin', but taking out the I between the S and the N. So it's CRUIS, and then another comma, then N, in 2007. Next up we got is reception, so there's quite a lot more on there, but I'll do it. And then last one, guys, sequel. Say sequel. I'm not gonna give up. I can do this. I'm not gonna quit. I am gonna finish this off. I'm gonna finish this off if it kills me. Literally. Well, not 100%, not literally, but like, kill me like with tiredness almost. Before I move on to the next part, I actually got the DVD for Fast and Furious. I got like 3 of them so far. Oh, I'll show you. I think I got them somewhere. Wherever they are. is I just packed up every single thing because I just clearly had them scattered around. So basically I had these scattered around all over, but I really just try to organize stuff, but I couldn't put them away because I don't want them all messed up all around the place, so I don't have to so that some will be scattered around and damaged and whatnot, but I believe some might be damaged, and there's somewhere, whoop, got him. So here it is. This is the one I got. This is the turbo edition of the first movie I got. Got the disc in there, all good. So the movie's in there. I haven't seen this for a long time, but I got Furious 7. Again, I haven't seen it for a while now. Then I had, I believe it was another one. Oh, yep. Oh, upside down. The 3 movie set, which includes the first 3 of the original films. You can even see on the bottom, right here, the different types of movies. The Fast and the Furious 2001, Too Fast and Furious 2003, and The Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift 2006. So these are the 3 I got. Well, not really much of like it's kind of a collection, but it's like a mini collection of Fast and Furious of that. But oh well. Next up we got is reception tools. First off is so we got 3 parts. We got box office, critical response, and accolades. So first off, box office. The Fast and the Furious was released on June 22nd, so late June 2001, in North America and ranked number 1 at the box office ahead of Dr. Dolittle 2, 2001, Lara Croft, Tomb Raider, 2001, and Atlantis, The Lost Empire. So Atlantis, The Lost Empire, 2001, earning a colossal $40,089,015. Over $40 million. Pretty good during its opening weekend. The film became one of the 4 consecutive Universal films of 2001 to gross $40 million. Pretty good, $40 million. So $40 million in their opening weekends, while the others being Jurassic Park 3, 2001, American Pie 2, 2001, and The Mummy Returns, 2001. It's widely released with 2,889 theaters during its run. The film made a domestic total of over $144.5 million, which is basically, if you want the proper number, here it is, approximately 144 million 533,925 dollars, along with an international total of $62.75 million, which is 62,750,000 dollars, bringing its worldwide total budget of over $207 million, which is 207 million So 207 million. So 207 million. 283,000. So 207 million. So 207,283,900. So 900. So 207 million. 207 million. So 207 million. 200. So 207 million. $283,925. So over $207 million on a budget of $38 million. For that price, $38 million, you get a Ferrari 250 GTO. Saying 1962 Ferrari 250 GTO with that kind of price. Next up we got is critical response. On Rotten Tomatoes, The Fast and Furious has an approval rating of 54%. Not really bad. Based on 156 reviews. So based on 156 reviews and an average rating of 54%. So it's 5.40. So 5.4 out of 10. Say 54%, which not really that bad actually. It's pretty good. Better than 50% overall. Better than 50% overall. The website's hold on. So it has an approval rating of 54% based on 156 reviews and an average rating of 50. So 5.4 out of 10. The website's critical consensus reads sleek and shiny on the surface. The Fast and Furious recalls those cheesy teenage exploitation flicks of the 1950s. On Metacritic, the film has a weighted average score of 58% based on 29, so less than 30 critics. So 58 out of 100 based on 29 will round up like 30 critics, indicating either mixed or average reviews. Audiences surveyed by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B plus on an A plus to F scale. Todd McCarthy of Variety, so Variety magazine, called the film both a gritty and gratifying cheap thrill. Rob Cohen's high-octane hot car. So high-octane hot car Meller is a true rarity these days. A really good exploitationer. The sort of thing that would roll at drive-ins if they still existed. Kevin Thomas of the LA Times, the Los Angeles Times, called it an action picture that's surprising in the complexity of its key characters and portents of tragedy. Vin Diesel's portrayal of Dominic Toretto won praise, with Reese Pendleton of the Chicago Reader writing that Diesel carries the movie with his unsettling mix of zen-like tranquility and barely controlled rage. Because he's like, like too controlled, uncontrollable in his anger and whatnot in the movie. Future franchise director Louise Leterrier, who is the director of the 10th installment, possibly for the 11th one, never know. So Louise Leterrier and star Jason Statham went to watch the film in Paris. Paris. So went to watch the film in Paris. So Paris, the capital of France, or Paris, while on a break from filming the movie called The Transporter 2007, which in French is known as Le Transporteur. French is not really that well spoken, but oh well. So The Transporter 2002 and praised it. Other reviews were more mixed. So more mixed. So future franchise director Louis Leterrier, the film star Jason Statham, went to watch the film in Paris in 2001 while on a break from filming The Transporter, so the movie called The Transporter 2002, and praising it. Other reviews were more mixed. So other reviews were more mixed. Susan I can't pronounce it. It's a Polish word. I can't pronounce it. So Susan of the USA Today gave the film 2.5, so 2.5 out of 4 stars. So that is around, if I do math on that, I'd say 60%, saying that Cohen at least knows how to keep matters moving in the action sequences exciting. So at least knows how to keep matters moving and the action sequences exciting. Owen Gleiberman of Entertainment Weekly gave the film a C, saying it works hard to be exciting, but the movie scarcely lives up to its title. Rita Kempley of the Washington Post gave the film a scathing review. Scathing. I can't pronounce it, but it's spelled SSCATHING. Review calling it rebel without a cause. The young and the restless without without gas fumes. The quick and the dead with skid marks. Paul Clinton of CNN cable network news wrote that Cohen created a high-octane, rubber-burning extravaganza. Decided to say it like that. But he criticized the film for plot holes you can drive to proverbial truck through and an idiotic ending. Well, some people would think it is, other people would not, but people have their own differences and opinions of how the movie would be like and whatnot, but well, it is what it is, really. Like, I can't really judge about it. Can't really judge the movie. So the last part we got is accolades, and then we're gonna end it there. There's quite a lot under. And then we got almost under there. We got a sequel as well. So we got award, category, and nominee, and then results. So first one, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. Oh my god. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just want to get this done. I'm just so unbelievably, unequivocally, and totally tired. Well, I've never said those words before, but well, I just decided to do so. Ow. Oh, Lord. Oh. So unbelievably tired. So now we're gonna do accolades. So we got first we got award, category, and then nominee, and then result. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 or 13. I can't remember. So first we got this AFI award. So we got AFI award for cinematographer of the year by Erickson Core, and it was nominated. Then we got ALMA award for outstanding song in a motion picture soundtrack. And the Fast and the Furious for the song Put It On Me and is nominated. Then we got ASCAP, so ASCAP, so ASCAP. It's like saying ASAP or ASAP, but just putting C between the letters S and A. So ASCAP award for most performed songs from motion pictures. Then we got Ja Rule for the song Put It On Me, which it won. Then we got Black Rail, theoretical best actor. Nominee was Vin Diesel, and it was nominated. Then we got BMI Film Music Award. There's no category. Nominee was BT Brian Trenso, and it won. Then we got Golden Trailer, Best Action. The Fast and the Furious was nominated. Then we got Hollywood Breakthrough Award for category as Breakthrough Male Performance. Nominee was Paul Walker, and the result won. Pretty good. Then we got Golden Reel Award. It's like saying the word real, R-E-A-L, but between the E and the L, it's replaced with an E, so R-E-E-L. So Golden Reel Award Motion Picture Sound Editors. For Best Sound Editing, Effects, and Foley Domestic Feature Film. Nominee was Bruce Stambler, Supervising Sound Editor, Jay Nierenberg, Supervising Sound Editor as well, and Michael Dressel, Supervising Foley Editor, Steve Mann, Sound Editor, same with Kim Secrist, and Steve Nelson, and Howard Nieman, and then Glenn Hoskinson, Sound Editor, and then we got Tim Walston, Charles Deanan as the sound effects designer. And then we got Scott Curtis and Dan Yale, the Foley editors, and it was nominated. And then we got Golden Reel Award, motion picture sound editors. So we got best sound editing, dialogue in ADR domestic feature film. Bruce Stambler, supervising sound editor. We got Bruce Stambler, Jay Nierenberg. Then we got Becky Sullivan, supervising dialogue editor slash supervising ADR editor. Then we got Mildred Luttrell, dialogue editor. Donald L. Warner, Donald L. Warner Jr. Donald L. Warner Jr., dialogue editor. Same with Robert Troy, Paul Curtis, William Dodson, then Kathy Speakman as the dialogue editors, and then we got Nicholas Vincent Corda and Lee Lamont as ADR editors, and it was nominated. Then we got MTV, so MTV Movie Awards. So we got Best On-Screen Team. So Best On-Screen Team for both Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, and they both won. So that's pretty cool. And they had like a prize, which is like this golden popcorn bucket, I think it was. I can't remember what it. And Paul said this is good, but the problem is that there's only one, and they know who's going home with it. And he said it's definitely not me, but I mean there can only be one winner, you know. But for one trophy, I mean there can only be one. If there was one trophy for two winners, then they have to kind of split it both ways. Anyways, so we've got MTV Movie Awards for Best On-Screen Team. Both Vin Diesel and Paul Walker, they won. Best Movie, The Fast and the Furious. Best Male Performance, Vin Diesel. Best Breakthrough Male Performance, Paul Walker. And Best Action Sequence, The Fast and the Furious. 4 of those were nominated. Then we got the Stinkers Award, which is kind of weird saying it, but that is true. For Most Intrusive Musical Score, which was 1. Then we got Taurus Award, Best Driving. So Best Driving. Before that, the previous award won. So Taurus Award, Best Driving, Matt Johnston, Mike Justice, Debbie Evans. So Debbie Evans, Tim Trella, Christopher J. Tuck, and Kevin Scott, semi-driver. They won. And like a Best Work with a Vehicle, Christopher J. Tuck and Mike Justice. They won. Best Stunt by a Stunt Woman, Debbie Evans won. Best Stunt by a Stuntman, Christopher J. Tuck and Tim Trella. They won. And then Best Stunt Coordinator and or Second Unit Director, Feature Film, Mick Rogers, who also won as well. Then we got Best Work with a Vehicle, Jimmy N. Roberts, and Hardest Hit, Mike Justice, was also nominated. Both of them were nominated. Then we got Teen Choice Awards. Then we got Choice Movie, Sleazebag by Rick Yoon. Then we got Choice Movie, Hizzy Fist, Vin Diesel. Then we got Choice Movie, Fight Scene, Paul Walker versus Rick Yoon. And then we got Choice Summer Movie, The Fast and the Furious 2001. All 4 of those were nominated. So nominated for Teen Choice Awards. And the last part is sequel, and then that'll be it. So the film shattered box office box office expectations, and a sequel, Too Fast and Furious. So Too Fast and Furious 2003 was greenlit immediately. So it was immediately greenlit. Vin Diesel and Rob Cohen decided to return for the sequel, opting to develop the film Triple X. So X, 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 or just Triple X in general. 2002, which starred Vin Diesel in the lead role. To account for these changes, Universal commissioned the writers to create a standalone sequel with Paul Walker. So a standalone sequel with Paul Walker in the lead, and brought in John Singleton as the new director. It's a new director. Oh, finally, and that is it, guys. Jesus. Oh, man, that took forever, damn it. Wow, I was not expecting that. Like, I am just literally completely tired now. So we're gonna translate this name in Polish. So we got so the name I couldn't figure out. It was a Polish name, so it's Susan
Włoszczyna.
Włoszczyna. So we gave the film 2.5 out of 4 stars. Okay, that's all I wanted to say. Anyways, so yeah. So for my next Fast and Furious video will be about Too Fast and Furious. So Too Fast and Furious, 2003. Oh, finally, it was like a 2-hour video or something. Alright, guys, so that'll be it. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys think. So comment down below what you guys think. Hit the notification. So hit the notification bell, and hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. Say hit all so you're alerted when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I gotta go. So I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great evening. Have a great evening. So have a great evening. And have a great day as well. Jeez, it's already 12:02 a.m. in the morning. So yeah, I gotta go. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe. Have a great morning. So have a great day and a great morning. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So yeah, take care, folks. So, take care, folks. Take care, folks. Take care, folks. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. Good night. So, good night, folks.